Just wanted to share a couple of cast on tips when you have a bazillion stitches to put on your needle and for this particular 2-color cast on. So what I like to do is I just cast on a whole bunch, and I don't necessarily count to begin with, because I don't really have to keep count until I get close to the very end when I'm casting on so many stitches. And I just do a whole bunch, and then I go back and I count and I mark the 50th stitch, and then I count 50 again, and I mark the 100th stitch with a different color, and then I'll keep going. And then at my next 50, I'll match this color. And then at my next 100, I'll match that color, and so on and so forth. If you need to cast on bazillions and bazillions of stitches. Anyway, so that's how I keep track. And then when I'm all done, I do go back and count each section. To make sure that there are 50 stitches and I didn't make any wrong counting problems. Also, you need to make sure that you are in a quiet, distraction-free place when you have so many stitches you're dealing with in the beginning. Casting on can be pretty mindless, but when you got to count those stitches, I can tell you in my house, I can lose count really easy. All it takes is for somebody to walk up and ask me a question, and it's gone. I'm all finished. So there's that. And then I wanted to show how I set up the yarn on my hands. See, I'm holding my phone in my hands to record, so pardon me on my... Anyway, so you're going to want your 2 colors, and the color that you want to land on the needle, you're going to want towards the back. And then when you set up, sorry, it's going to look like this. So the color that's going to run along the bottom of the cast on edge is around my thumb, and the color I want to land on the needle is around my pointer finger. I'm not actually going to go through the motions of a cast on right now, because like I said, I'm just holding my phone in my hands to record. So but for this particular pattern, we are using a Turkish cast on, and you can easily look that up anywhere. I just wanted to show how I'm setting up for the color. The green is the first color I'm going to be working with, and so I've chosen to make this alternate color be along the bottom, but you of course could do it the other way, and then when you start knitting, you would just start knitting with the green, and you would cut this one, and what it would do is it would instead give you a tiny little stripe of green along the bottom, and then a tiny little stripe of the second color, and then you would start in the green, and so it would just give a little bit of a different look along your edge. This is just my preferred way of doing it, especially since I chose this really kind of textured novelty yarn to put with my main yarn.